Well, whether you realize it or not, every marriage here is playing ping pong. And you're either playing ping pong to win or to keep the rally going. Lisa and I are going to talk to you quickly, rapidly, about ping pong principles. And we truly believe these ping pong principles can revolutionize who you are and what you are, and it can change this beautiful thing called marriage.
Now, we know that let me just give you a little bit of history about ping pong. Ping pong was invented because people did not want to be cold during the winter playing tennis. So this game was invented, and that was in the middle of the 19th century.
So it's kind of like ancient pickleball.
Yeah, but what Ed and I have found is we take seriously that whole thing about the injuries with pickleball. We enjoy pickleball, but this is a lot safer for us. So we're ping-ponging. But anyway, so they patented it, and now ping pong is like a huge thing.
And some people are going, well, wait a minute, I don't play ping pong in marriage. Yes, you do, because every single marriage deals with the same issues: PMS, power, money, and sex. We all have those power issues, and we face those, and then we go to the table and we face money issues, financial issues, and then the whole thing about intimacy. So we're going back and forth. So the first principle, Lisa, we need to watch our serve.
Servers have an advantage. Whenever you see a tennis game, the person who's going to be serving, they have the advantage. Woo, but did you see that? Oh.
Yeah. So when I serve, or when you serve, I have the advantage.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God,
well,
wow.
Typically, you have to hit the ball. Air ball.
Look at, totally missed that.
But you have to watch your serve. And in marriage, serving is a core ping pong principle.
Yes. It should be like a serving contest. You know what I'm saying to you? Because once you're married, all of a sudden you're thrown into this situation and you figure out very quickly, I have got to serve somebody. And guys, especially for you and me, that's a tall order, because I'm very selfish and I'm prideful and I'm a man.
And we often forget that we're selfish just by our human nature, our sin nature. So when you take your single self and you put it into a marriage, all of a sudden it's not about me, it's about we. Typically, that's a challenge.
And sometimes, I probably shouldn't do this, but I enjoy humor, and sometimes, you know how we kind of aggravate our spouses a little bit? Now and then when I'm doing something like that I think is an act of service, I'll say, I can't help it but serve. And I'll take out the trash. I can't help it but serve. It doesn't get a lot of laughs from Lisa. And a lot of guys here aren't laughing either, because you're like, wow.
Ed likes to sing. And he has worked. I mean, we've been married for over 40 years. We're about to hit our 43rd anniversary. And so, but what that tells you is there's been a lot of years to learn what serving looks like. And for us, I have to be careful because I'm just slightly OCD. And I like things done a certain way. So when Ed takes the initiative and starts to serve quickly, I can think or even say, honey, you should have done it like this. Anybody else understand that? Because it wasn't done exactly.
Man, is that true? That's okay.
It's okay.
Our wives don't get mad. Isn't that true?
For example.
And I made up a song, like when I do something.
No, you can't say that just yet.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll just give you an example of what that looks like. Ed was not raised to naturally, or I guess not naturally, but his mom did not teach him to load a dishwasher, to do laundry, to do anything.
Oh, no, it's terrible.
No, we had hit a huge milestone when he put his clothes in the dirty hamper. That was a big one. And so I'm very proud of these years of accomplishment, but even like loading the dishwasher.
You've trained me.
It makes sense to me that you put the dishes vertical, like the plates, vertical, not laying them face down.
Go ahead and
face
clap.
up. I'm like, honey, those spiky things are not like a stand. They are to divide. Or the cups, you want to turn them, upside down, not right side up, because they'll collect water. So I have been known when he's serving to say, can I show you this? And then he does this.
And I'll do a song. I knew I'd do it wrong. Okay, guys, sing that with me. 1 and a 2 and a 3. Just the guys. I knew I'd do it wrong.
Yeah.
And I put the dance. Bum, 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 bum.
So, but ladies, let me just say this. I learned a quick lesson. Just leave the dishes face up because they're not in the sink anymore. They're in the dishwasher. And it's a simple little thing for me to go bing, 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 bing. And I don't have to critique or criticize the way he has served.
After each of these points, I'm going to give you a pinger. This is a pinger right here. And this pinger says, be a server, not a competitor. What did Jesus say? If you want to be great, be a servant. So I'm going to hit this pinger out just for some, okay.
Oh, good
Now
job.
let's go to number 2, Lisa.
Number 2 is keep kindness in play. And this kind of segues from serving your spouse, but keep kindness in play. And kindness is something that Ed and I found funny because we can tend to be really kind, use sweet words on a telephone conversation when we're talking to somebody, and as soon as the call is ended, the whole tone, the whole tenor of the conversation shifts when we're talking with our spouse.
Have you ever noticed that? It's like, you're talking to someone, yeah, that's great. Oh, yeah, we need to do that deal. You're so talented. All right, we'll catch up later. What? What? Yeah, and we're talking to our spouse.
We experienced this firsthand when we were talking to a dog breeder. Dog breeders are awesome. If we have any dog breeders in the house.
Any dog breeders
we love
here?
Dogs.
Any dog breeders
in the house.
Hands are going up everywhere. God bless you. Thank you.
So
in the
Ed
back.
And I,
yes.
Ed and I, now we have adopted dogs, so if you are huge into adoption, we have done that as well. But we were going to get a very large dog.
A bull mastiff.
A bull mastiff, and we wanted to make sure that it was a good, not overbred or whatever. So anyway, we were talking to this lady. She breeds bull mastiffs, and we were talking to her on the phone, and she's talking about these dogs.
We had our speakerphone.
Oh, yeah, she's just using the sweetest, kindest words, like, oh, they're precious, their lineage is amazing, they're great family dogs, they'll be wonderful with your children. Honey, I told you it's on the 3rd shelf of the refrigerator. And those dogs are just... And you're just like, wow. So oftentimes we forget the tone of our words.
And so we
with
can
our
be
spouse.
intentionally, Lisa, kind, even though we don't feel it.
That's right.
We can commit to kindness.
Commit to kindness, because this relationship is the most important relationships that I have. And Ed gains his self-esteem primarily from me. And I gain my self-esteem primarily from him outside of our relationship with God. First and foremost is God, but secondly is from this relationship right here.
And men especially, I mean, women, we all need compliments, Lisa, but, I speak, and I speak a lot, and I enjoy people who give me nice compliments and all that, but nothing puts wind in my sail like when Lisa goes, honey, God really used you in that message. That's like, ha, ha. So I'm sure you're wondering, okay, what's the pinger, Ed? What's the pinger? Well, here's the pinger. The pinger is, I've written it here, being right won't fix being rude.
Woo!
Wow.
Oh, we're going to have to go to the left or the right here, honey, I think, to keep it going.
Do what now?
I'm saying that they're getting all the love.
That's true.
I'm critiquing him.
Yeah, she's critiquing me now. That's okay.
But I did it very kindly.
And then, Lisa, when we were married, this one verse was the theme of our wedding. We had like 5 different pastors to officiate
Because Ed has a lot of pastors in
and you know, this is kind of a very formal wedding, and they all had these black robes on. It looked like the Supreme Court, you know. So Ephesians 4:32 was the theme, and here's what it says: be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other just as Christ, God, forgave you.
That's right. And the third one is this: we don't slam. We do not slam. We avoid spins.
Avoid spins and slams.
Yeah.
Because I enjoy that. We're playing, and watch this serve. It's probably an illegal serve, but well.
That wasn't very good.
Messed that one up.
I mean, it was great. It just was a little off.
Oh yeah, see that spin? Well.
Okay, so
not-
Ed can
got it.
easily
Okay.
put a spin on the ball.
Not easy.
And actually, we were playing ping pong.
Do one. Let me get a good spin here. I haven't done one.
Okay.
That spin. Oh, look at that. You don't do that in marriage. You don't do that in marriage, do you, Lisa?
No, it doesn't feel good.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Doesn't feel good. But
So-
because whenever he slams the ball, I don't want to play anymore.
Ooh.
I don't want to play anymore because I'm like, okay, if you're gonna be that way, because I don't know how to spin the ball. I don't know what you do right there. And so it makes me want to step away from the table.
And also I learned too, I saw this on YouTube, so you know it's true. This guy was talking about ping pong skills, and he said when you slam it, most people who don't know what they're doing, like me, slam it like that, that. He says what you do is you use your entire body, rah, like that. I'm sorry. Let me do it. Like seriously.
Quick reflexes.
Oh, I can't do it. But you see what I'm saying to you? It's like, boom, I need to practice. Like, boom, like that. So when you're in conflict, when you're in that ping and pong type vibe, Lisa, what do you have to do?
Well, you have to refrain from sarcasm.
Yes.
It's not the time to try to be funny necessarily because you want resolution. And I will tell you, gentlemen, if you're in the heat of a disagreement, if you make a joke, it's not going to go across well. I'm just saying from personal experience, that's what I know. But sarcasm, bringing up things from the past, raising your voice, because the key is not about him slamming to become a winner of a point or me slamming to become a winner of a point. It's about us being unified in conversation so that we win together. That's what this game is
huge.
about. That's marital ping pong.
And Lisa, it's tempting, especially in today's crazy world, to actually compete with your spouse. You know what I'm saying to you? As opposed to going, okay, we're playing this together. Let's keep the rally going. Well, now we want to kind of...
One person wants to win. In fact, Ed and I met with a therapist last September. We were talking about just some issues, if you can imagine that, in marriage. And so one of the things he said was, how do you guys... do you ever find yourself competing against one another? And that was a little strange to me. But he said one of the biggest things he sees in his practice is that competition between a husband and wife. And he broke it down to say it's not just about the competition, about one looking better than the other or being better than the other. It's about one being, I guess, a winner over the other. And that's what we're there to complement, not to compete.
Okay, so what's the pinger? What you send over the net is what you're going to get back.
So if Ed slams, I want to slam.
I can do this one left-handed.
Yeah.
All right.
So we have to always remember whatever that he serves to me, I'm going to want to serve it back. We tend to want to reciprocate anger. We want to reciprocate frustration. We want to reciprocate the slam.
And one of the things, too, this next principle, number 4, play and stay on your side of the table. Let me say that again. Stay on your side of the table. It's tempting for me to kind of, it's kind of like Patrick Mahomes kind of running up.
Oh.
So it's tempting. Is that?
No, that is not. That is not. Ed?
Anyway, so it's tempting for me to
He's
come over
laughing
here.
all the way from the Super Bowl.
No, he's ridiculous. He's
know.
great.
Well, he doesn't look like that.
Yeah, a little bit. It's interesting that he runs that way. He kind of has a little pop belly. And,
Ed, that is not true.
but the guy's incredible. I mean, I'm just saying to you, everyone knows
Back on
it.
your side.
Okay, so see, don't come on their side and try to go, oh, you're holding the paddle wrong. You know, you should have used your backhand, not your forehand, because once I do that, are you feeling me?
He's left his position.
And that's easy for us to criticize each other because we know each other so well. We store everything up in that iCloud, don't we? Especially women, man. And all of a sudden, they're like, you know what? I need to take something that happened, you know, during World War II and bring it up with criticism. Guys, we're so stupid, we barely remember yesterday. And we just kind of, you know, hey, we use our volume level or try to have some argument that makes no sense.
And understand the difference between criticism and critique.
Hear this.
Critique is something that you can have in the context of a conversation, maybe on a date night, where you say, you know, this is something that I've noticed and I think we could do better.
That's right.
And maybe we means you, but you don't phrase it as you could do better. So there's ways to softly, kindly bring that up. But criticism is meant to take something down, to tear it apart. Critique is meant to build something up. When you critique, you're saying, this relationship is so important to me, to we, that we want to make sure we're doing everything right and in the best way.
So that's the coaching you would give us, Lisa, as we are not criticizing but critiquing. The way to get into it is going to be saying, I'm going to affirm the relationship.
Yes.
And then I'm going to ask maybe some questions.
And I would say you need to schedule in time for tough conversation.
Yes.
We tend to not do that, and then when you're in the heat of an argument or a disagreement, that's when you bring it up. And I can tell you, once the heart rate gets above a certain level, you're not going to have kindness in play.
No.
You're not going to have a servant's heart in play. And you're not going to have critique in play. You're going to have criticism in play. So make sure that you set aside time that you can have these conversations and be prepared. And this is the other thing. To receive critique, you have to make yourself vulnerable. And that's a difficult thing for any of us.
And that's what I'm talking about, Lisa. Tomorrow, I'm talking about questions and how critique and criticism are different. And I'm talking about the questions you need to ask God, yourself, and others, not only in marriage, but even in the business world, that'll change.
That's right.
Anyway, here's the pinger. I can tell you can't wait. Compliment, don't criticize. What if I thought, you know, I'm going to compliment Lisa every day. For the next 7 days, I'm just going to go, okay, I'm going to see something and say something. Too often, we see it and we're like, well, they know that.
That's right.
Say it. Boom. Oh, I'm going to hit somebody there. I'm dangerous. But we have our lawyers here. So
Number 5, don't keep score. Ed and I play for fun.
We do, and we're better than this. These paddles are really bouncy, you know. You have to.
I don't know. I think it's the pressure of the audience.
Yeah,
We're not
probably
used to
so.
playing competitively. There, but we play for fun. It's not about me.
Oh, see, that was left-handed.
It's not about me.
I switched to my left hand. Did you see that?
No.
And then put a little spinnerita on it. She didn't know which way to turn. And I won the point. Well, I shouldn't do that. And shouldn't act like that in marriage, should I?
And don't tell me you were playing with your left hand.
Well, I switched over, Lisa.
I know.
Patrick
But,
Mahomes taught me.
The other day.
Patrick Mahomes taught me to be agile.
But the other day, tell them what we were playing ping pong and how did I impress you? Do you remember? We're playing ping pong, and I couldn't get my backhand, so I did my left hand, and I actually made it in.
We have played ping
so
pong.
excited.
It's crazy. We played ping pong last week, which is random, and you beat me. So, hey.
Oh, no, I didn't beat you because we weren't keeping score.
Right.
We were having fun.
So don't keep score.
Don't keep score.
All right. Have you noticed that it's easy to keep score in marriage? And guys, we start at 0 every day. There's no carryover. See, we think, man, I'm coming off Valentine's. I can just float for like 2 or 3 months, maybe 2 or 3 years. Man, see that outfit right there? That's what I wore on Valentine's. And I'm just gonna retire that. And we put it up in the rafters in our family room. See that, kids? That's my romance outfit. I used that one time on your mom. No, it doesn't work that way. It starts at 0, right?
It does.
Every single day.
And the same is true with intimacy. You think, wow, Monday night, sex.
Yes.
Does that free up Tuesday, or is that like Tuesday's the day too? You have to be prepared. It's not a do-over. Does that make sense?
That's right. Yes, it does.
Is that appropriate?
Yes, it's
Okay.
appropriate. I don't want to be in. Lisa, I forgot number 5. I must have lost that one.
No, I said it.
Did you say number 5? But did you say the pinger? No.
I don't know if I did the pinger or not.
The pinger is,
You're the pinger person.
I know, a marriage focused on wins and losses is already losing. That's what I meant to say. A marriage focused just on wins and losses and losses. Man, that pinger got me messed up. Is already
My hands
losing.
are sweaty.
So let me hit this pinger out here.
What? Okay.
Boom. Okay.
Is that the last one?
No. We have another one.
Okay.
Stay at the table.
But there's no more balls in that.
I know. I must have.
You hit the number 5.
I got so excited. Yeah, I did.
I don't want to. I
bad.
don't want to be unkind, but you did.
Okay.
No,
I'll
I
just
mean
write
they're
this
all
one
out.
down.
Everybody's got what they need.
I'll write this. I'll write this down. This will be the number 6 pinger because I didn't write it. Keep going, honey.
Oh, okay. Number 6 is stay at the table. It's easy to get distracted, take our eyes off what we're supposed to be doing in our marriage. In fact, I thought about it when we came up here and we're playing ping pong. I'm seeing that big screen over there, and I'm looking at my hair, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, is it okay? And what is that? Is my pants leg tucked in my shoe? And all of a sudden, I've left my focal point and gotten distracted. And the same thing can happen in marriage. Stay at the table. We don't have great marriages because of luck. We have great marriages because of commitment. And Ed and I have decided years and years and years ago, we fell madly in love with one another. When we were in high school, we were high school sweethearts. He told me we were going to get married when we were sophomores in high school. Parents, don't freak out. It's probably not going to happen to your teenage kids like that. But for us, that's the way it was. And we've learned over 43 years that love rises and falls and rises and falls, but commitment is what keeps us going. And we know that God was committed to us, and we are committed to Him and to one another.
You know, Lisa, when we talked to our marriage therapist several months ago, he gave us a formula for marriages. He said, play together, lay together, you know what that means, pray together, and then you'll stay together. So stay at the table. Don't go like, well, I might just quit. Don't threaten like that. You do what God wants you to do. Because remember, there are so many unwinnable and unresolvable issues in marriage. It's just because we're self-centered sinners, and usually your disagreements and mine are going to be around the same subjects. But successful couples know how to ping, and they know how to pong. And here is the last pinger. I know you're sad. We're almost over. Marriage, what did I say there?
Marriages are won by.
Marriages that make it aren't lucky, but committed. Slap somebody on that one. So, honey, we got to keep playing ping pong.
That's right.
The ball is in your court, friends. You're here, you're in the balcony, you're online. I mean, are you playing the same game, or are you willing to change your approach? But it's all about ping pong.